listeners, I am back with my audio lesson, and today I am going to take up the subject e-commerce, which is there in BBA 4th semester. And in today's lecture and few days to come, I will take up the units only in this subject. So today I am starting the first unit itself, which is about its introduction. In the first topic that I will talk today, today is about its meaning and the objectives of it and the basic features of the e-commerce. By definition, e-commerce covers actually a variety of business activities that uses internet as a platform for either information exchange or monetary transaction, or both at a time. The term electronic commerce, also that is referred as e-commerce, means it refers to any sort of business transaction that involves the transformation or the transfer of information through the internet. E-commerce it means using the internet and the web for business transactions or commercial transactions, which typically involve the exchange of value like money across organizational or individual boundaries in return for products and services. The various objectives of e-commerce can be laid down as to development of business relationship. The business development can be done through the e-commerce being the primary and the basic object of it, as their direct contact in between the company and the consumer exist. Their business relationship gets enhanced, hence the area of the market can be increased through e-commerce. Secondly, the objective of e-commerce is to generate better customer service or provide better customer service. As it is done round the clock, the customer will always have online help regarding the products. As all the information is furnished to the customer, it becomes easy to them to choose the best product among all other alternatives. As even the service can also be done through the net immediately. The customer service will be ballooned. By highlighting the customer service, the companies are trying to subjugate a lion's share in the market, and it is happening day by day. And finally, the third objective I can say is to get more customers for the company. In these days, it becomes the mandate for the companies to double its customers, and this can be done by rendering the value-added services and maintaining the quality. Hence, it is also one of the primary objectives of the companies which supply impetus for the robust growth in sales and overall profit. Now I am going to talk about the features of e-commerce. The first features we can say, it is very simple to understand. E-commerce is technology enabled, because without technology, e-commerce is going to just be a failure. Traditional commerce is taking place since times immemorial, but e-commerce is the result of integration of digital technology with business processes and commercial transactions. The technological foundations of e-commerce are internet, www or World Wide Web, and various other protocols. Secondly, the second feature we can say, it is about technology mediation. In e-commerce, buyers and sellers meet in cyberspace rather than physical space. Hence, e-commerce does not involve any face-to-face contact. That means the entire process has been made easy through e-commerce. Secondly, the second feature of e-commerce is universality. Buying and selling take place through websites in e-commerce. The websites can be accessed from anywhere around the globe at any time. Therefore, it possesses the feature of universality. Fourth feature can be intercommunication. E-commerce technology ensures two-way communications between buyer and seller. On one hand, by using e-commerce, firms can communicate with customers through the e-commerce enabled websites. On the other hand, customers can also fill order forms, feedback forms, and can communicate with business operating firms directly. The fifth feature of e-commerce is the delivery of information. E-commerce serves as the best channel of communication. E-commerce technologies ensure speedy delivery of information at very low cost and considerably increase the information density as well. Sixth feature of it is electronic completion of business processes. By using e-commerce, we can perform business transactions like accounting, inventory through computers at the global level. The next feature is virtual communities. Virtual communities are online communities created by means such as chat rooms and specifically designed sites like where people can interact with each other having common internet using the technologies. Eighth feature of e-commerce is interdisciplinary in nature. Implementation of e-commerce needs a lot of knowledge of managerial, technological, social and legal issues. Besides this, understanding of consumer behavior, marketing tools and financial aspects is as crucial as designing interactive e-commerce websites. Finally, the last feature of e-commerce can be the customization. With the use of e-commerce technology, the world is moving from mass production to mass customization. Product customization ensures that goods are tailor-made as per the requirements and preferences of the customers. Now, what are the advantages of e-commerce? There has to be some advantage, otherwise the world would not have been switching from the physical process of transacting to the online process of transacting. There are advantages to organizations, to customers separately and to the society as well. So, I will talk about the advantages of e-commerce to the organization first. Using e-commerce, organizations can expand their market to national and international markets with minimum capital investment. An organization can easily locate more customers, best suppliers and suitable business partners across the globe. E-commerce helps organizations to reduce the cost to create, process, distribute, retrieve and manage the paper-based information by digitizing the information. E-commerce improves the brand image of the company. It helps the company to provide better customer services. It also helps in simplifying the business processes and makes them faster and efficient. E-commerce reduces the paperwork, no doubt. And e-commerce also increases the productivity of the organizations. It supports the pull type of supply management. In pull type supply management, a business process starts when a request comes from a customer and it uses just-in-time manufacturing way. Now, what are the advantages of e-commerce to the customers? It provides obviously 24/7 support. Customers can inquire about a product or service and place orders anytime, anywhere from any location. E-commerce application provides users with more options and quicker delivery of the products. E-commerce applications provides the users with more options to compare and select the cheaper and the better options. A customer can put review comments about a product and can see what others are buying or see the review comments of other customers before making a final decision regarding the purchase. E-commerce provides options of virtual auctions. It provides readily available information. A customer can see the relevant detailed information within seconds rather than waiting for days or weeks. E-commerce increases the competition among organizations and as a result, organizations provide substantial discounts to customers and ultimately the customers gets benefit. Now, what are the benefits or the advantages of e-commerce to society? Customers need not travel to shop a product, thus less traffic on road and low air pollution. E-commerce helps in reducing the cost of products, so less affluent people can also afford the products. E-commerce has enabled rural areas to access services and products which are otherwise not available to them. E-commerce helps the government to deliver public services such as healthcare, education, social services at a reduced cost and in an improved manner. Now, there are some disadvantages also associated with it. The technical ones are there can be lack of system security, reliability or standards owing to poor implementation of e-commerce. The software development industry is still evolving and keeps changing rapidly. In many countries, network bandwidth might cause an issue. Special types of web servers or other software might be required by the vendors setting the e-commerce environment apart from network servers. Sometimes it becomes difficult to integrate an e-commerce software or website with existing applications or databases. There could be software or hardware compatibility issues, as some e-commerce software may be incompatible with some operating system or any other component which the customers are using. Now the non-technical disadvantages can be the initial cost. The cost of creating or building an e-commerce application in-house may be very high. There could be delays in launching an e-commerce application due to mistakes and lack of experience. Then user resistance related disadvantages can be there. Users may not trust the site, being an unknown faceless seller. Such mistrust makes it difficult to convince traditional users to switch from physical stores to online or virtual stores. It is difficult to ensure the security or privacy on online transactions. Lack of touch or feel of products during online shopping is a major drawback. E-commerce applications are still evolving and changing rapidly, so the companies have to still cope up with the dynamic changing environment. Internet access is still not cheaper and is inconvenient to use for many potential customers, for example those living in remote villages. So if the companies can overcome these disadvantages, then it is going to be a successful business for them. Today again I will take up the topic of the different types of or the classification of the e-commerce business models. These are different types of models that the different organizations that are going to commence business through e-commerce process, they have to follow either of this model. The first classification is just business to business. There has to be different varieties of it, and there are so, and I am going to discuss about those different categories. The first one is business to business. A website following the business to business model, it is also called B2B model. It sells its products to an intermediate buyer who then sells the product to the final customer. That is B2B. Then comes the B2C, that means business to consumer. A website following the B2C business model sells its products directly to a customer. Then comes C2C or consumer to consumer. A website following C2C business model helps consumers to sell their assets like residential property, cars, motorcycles, etc. or rent a room by publishing their information on the website. Best examples are the magic bricks and all that. Next one is consumer to business, that is C2B. In this model, a consumer approaches a website showing multiple business organizations for a particular service. Here, the consumer places an estimate of the amount he or she wants to spend for a particular service. Business organization who fulfills the consumer's requirements within the specified budget approaches the customer and provides its services. Then comes the business to government or B2G. It is just a variant of the B2B model. Such websites are used by governments to trade and exchange information with various business organizations. Then just the reverse of it, government to business, that is G2B. Here the governments uses B2G model websites to approach business organizations. Such websites support auctions, tenders and application submission functionalities. Next is government to citizen, G2C. The governments which uses G2C model, they approach citizen in general. Such websites support auctions of vehicles, machinery or any other material. Such website also provides services like registration for birth, marriage or death certificates. The main objective of G2C websites is to reduce the average time for fulfilling citizens' requests for various government services. So these are the different models that the organizations which are willing to conduct this business through the online medium, they will have to choose either of this model, and sometimes depending on the type of the organization, the model has to be selected. Say for example, if the government is learning, then they will have to select a model in which the government is related, that is either B2G or G2B or G2C. Similarly, if the commercial portals or the non-governmental organization are associated, then they will follow the other models B2B, B2C or C2C or C2B. And interestingly, the consumers are also a big part of these models. So I hope you understood what I have discussed till now. In my next lecture or in my next talk, I will cover up the rest of the parts of this unit 1 in e-commerce. Thank you for listening. Bye.
This and other episodes of Radio EduPods, Radio for Learning, are available on Listen to My Radio app at 6 p.m. from Monday to Friday and at 6 a.m. from Tuesday to Saturday. All episodes are available on Salesian TV YouTube channel. Share, like and subscribe Salesian TV, the ultimate learning resource channel.